Boom! We're back live. Welcome to Nic White Classics. I'm Nick, and today we're going to clean some carts. So, what do we got? Well, we have some Atari 2600 cartridges labeled A, B, C, and D. And then we have two here that aren't labeled. I'm going to start by cleaning those. After I get those two cleaned, I'm just going to, the next letter that I see in the chat is the next cart that I'll clean. So I want this to kind of be interactive. So if anybody out there sees a cart that looks interesting, go ahead and throw it in the chat, and that's the one that I'll clean next. So to start, I got a couple cartridges over here that are ready to go. So I'm going to start with that. And again, you can just tune in, just chime in with which one we should clean next. First, we're going to go with, and I'll actually reveal these two for the hell of it. I'm going to go with an Activision game to start. This one's kind of dirty, so we're going to clean this off. This is the classic game Keystone Capers. This is an absolutely awesome game. I remember playing this game as a kid. I don't think I ever had it, but I remember playing it at a friend's house, and I'm looking for the year, but the year's covered by this tape. You see there's some masking tape on here that covers some of the information, which, you know, there's not much we can do about that. I will hit it with some isopropyl just to see if we can pull any off, but I might go at it with the knife too, just to see if we can peel any off here. Yeah, I'm saying this is, I think this game came out in 1981-ish. Early 80s for sure for the Atari 2600. And so this tape is probably 40 years old, and it's just, it won't come off in one piece. So I think I'm going to hit it with some isopropyl just to see if I can get a little bit of that off. So let's go. And so I'm going to clean these first two in the pile, and then I'm going to move to whichever cartridge you think I should clean next. So go ahead and hit the chat with A, B, C, or D. Which cartridge should we clean next? Right now I'm cleaning Keystone Capers. I'm going to try to get some of this tape off here, but I think it's a lost cause. Yeah, I think I might just live with the tape on there, as long as it plays. I'm just going to take some isopropyl alcohol on a Q-tip to the inside. I'm going to clean out that chip bay. And I'm going to clean off the chip itself as well. Make sure all those look at that nastiness. Disgusting. If you have Atari 2600, if you have the old system and you still play it, then you know that cleaning carts is just part of the job, man. And recently I went hunting for classics, and I found a handful of Atari 2600 games at some old shops that I wanted to pick up. And yeah, I just always like to clean my games out before I play them, because if they're dirty and you put them inside the system, then the system itself could get dirty and stop playing your game. So you just got to make sure they're clean. This is Keystone Capers. I'm going to put that down and move on to this cart. But just so you know, after this one, I'm going to move to A, B, C, or D. Whatever you think we should go to next, go ahead and throw it in the chat. So this one is Video Checkers. There it is. Oh, I'm sorry, Video Chess. So I've never played Video Chess. Obviously, there's skill levels, beginner to expert. There's no year on this. Some of these cartridges, man, with this style, and I have a Video Checkers version, which is why why it said that. Video Chess is going to be a good one, I'm sure. Video Checkers is probably the worst Atari 2600 game I've ever played. I just started collecting retro games a few months back, and yeah, and I say by far that's the worst game I've played yet. This has one of those dust shields on there, so you just need to pop something in there to release that shield. Then you can slide it down and just pinch it right there. Now you can see the chip in there. Just gonna hit it with some isopropyl, clean out that chip bay. And of course, wipe off that chip. Make sure those little teeth in there are nice and cleaned off. Make sure they're free of debris so that it can, yeah, there's some nastiness, so that it can form contact to your machine without interruption. We can play some Video Checkers on live feed. Okay, so we have 4 more games to clean: A, B, C, and D. If you have a preference on which one to clean next, just chime into the chat. If not, I'm just going to go with the next dirtiest cart. I got some good ones here, I got to say. I'm excited to get these cleaned off and play them. I think C might be the dirtiest cart, so let's go there. So this game is... boom. Game called Mad. This is by US Games, and I was excited when I found this. This is published in 1982. This is Mad, M-A-D, and this is the first game that I've ever picked up that was manufactured by US Games. I just love the artwork on there. It's just super colorful and bright, and then also the shape of the cartridge is very unique. You know, if you see a cartridge shaped like this, you know it's produced by US Games. And I can honestly say I've never played this, but I do have high hopes for it. Like I said, mainly just because of the bright colors on the label. It seems like it could be cool. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Nic White Classics. We have 3 more to clean, A, B, and D. Just chime into the chat which one we should clean next. And after we're done cleaning this classic game off, we're going to go down the list and get the rest cleaned out. And then sometime over the next few weeks, we're going to go live and play these other Atari games on a show I have called Retro Replay. So if you're into retro gaming, Atari 2600, definitely subscribe to the channel and hit me with the thumbs up. I'm just cleaning off that chipboard, and Jesus, man, that's nasty. It's got some junk in there. Boom. There we go. A, B, and D. Is there any preference where we go next? There's 3 more games to clean. Any preference where we go next? If I don't hear anything in the chat, I'm just going to go to the next dirtiest cart. Which, A, B, or D, just put one of those in the chat. And if not, let's go with Activision game. I love me an Activision game. It's, you know, always has the cool shape on the cartridge. Very, very clearly an Activision game. Plus they have their logo on the back of the cartridge. And this game is Spider Fighter. I remember loving... I don't remember gameplay, although there's a screenshot of the gameplay right here. It almost looks like Space Invaders. I remember loving this game as a kid, but I don't remember playing... You know, I'm not sure what the gameplay was like. I don't recall. But I'm looking forward to cleaning it up so that I can play it once again. Let's see, is there a year on here? I'm looking... Oh, yeah, 1982. There it is. So you can see the like discoloration. That has to do with the glue that Activision used. The glue usually will bleed through and damage the label like that. So the inside has quite a bit of dust. So I'm just going to grab my Q-tip with some isopropyl, clean that off. And you can see we have 2 more carts to clean, A and B. Just hit the chat with an A or a B on which cartridge we should clean next. Recently, I went on a hunt for cartridges, and I documented my adventure, and I used the footage to produce a show called Hunting for Classics. The new episode premieres tomorrow night at 8 p.m. On my YouTube channel, and I'm super excited to share that with everybody. So if you're into Hunting for Classic Atari 2600 games, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't miss it. Okay, that's Spider Fighter. And we got 2 more, A and B. Which one should we clean next? Try to clean that as much as you can, but, you know. It's like, as long as it plays, you know, and there's no, like, clear junk or buildup on the outside, I call that good. So that's Spider Fighter. We have 2 left, A and B. Let's go with A. Now what's this? This is a cartridge. You can see right away it's not shaped like any other Atari cartridge that I'm familiar with. So when I saw this in the wild, I had to pick it up immediately. I'd never heard of this game, but it just had a super unique shaped cartridge, so I had to give it a shot. This is Cosmic Creeps. Looks like Telesis. is the name of the company here. It's printed on the bottom of the cartridge. Has some cool artwork on there. You get some cool little green aliens, and then, you know, an astronaut. A space adventure game, perhaps. I don't know. Never played this one. But yeah, as soon as I saw this at a used game shop in Michigan, I had to pick it up. It's funny, when you're hunting for classics like this, usually a lot of used game shops will have a small cardboard box in the back of the room covered in dust. But this place actually had an entire glass case filled with games. So I was happy to pick up a couple to add to my collection. And yeah, this is one of them. Cosmic Creeps. Let's clean off the inside. I can honestly say I've never played this game either, so that's always cool to find something new. Yeah, you can see there's a little bit of dust in there. I kind of like the way that this cartridge is designed. You can really get in there, clean out the dust bag, get to the chip pretty easily. We just have one more cart to clean after this. I love going live and cleaning my carts. I need to clean them out anyways before I play them so that I don't like contaminate my machine or get my Atari dirty. So I always got to clean them up anyway. So I love going live and just sharing the experience with everybody. So if you're into retro gaming, make sure you hit subscribe and follow the channel. Cosmic Creeps. Looking forward to playing this one. And finally, the last game that we have to clean tonight, B. Okay, here's some text built in here. SpectraVision. Okay, this is a SpectraVision game. Again, this is another game that I'd never heard of, but when I saw the cartridge and the way it was shaped, I thought it was cool and I had to pick it up. This is Planet Patrol by SpectraVision. Has a sweet sort of foil print label. Looking for a year on here. Yeah, no year that I see. I have to look it up, but it's definitely sometime, I would guess in the early 80s. But yeah, it's sweet. It has like the rounded corners. It has the texture on the back, the logo built in. Yeah, this is a sweet cartridge. It's got the foil print cover, the logo printed on there again, embossed into the plastic. Looks like a sweet game. Never heard of this publisher, but it's one of those third-party publishers, not from Atari, but still, they allowed everyone to publish games. Licensing was a different game back in the 70s and 80s. So, in fact, Atari themselves licensed their machine to Sears, for example, and Sears published their own video game system called Telegames. And it was Atari hardware with a different, like basically with their logo on it instead of the Atari logo. So, gaming history. A little gaming history for you. There you have it. Nasty. It's cleaned out pretty good. That is Planet Patrol. And boom, there you have it. We have 6 games cleaned off and ready to play. Video Chess, Keystone Capers, Spider Fighter, MAD or MAD, Planet Patrol, and Cosmic Creep. There you go. We got 6 new games to play on the Atari 2600. And the next time we're going to go live and do a retro replay and play some Atari 2600 live is going to be a New Year's Day at 8 p.m. Make sure you check out the post on the YouTube page. It has a poll on there. Whatever game gets the most votes, we're going to play that one live on New Year's Day. So, yeah, definitely vote. And with the subscribe if you're into retro gaming. Thanks so much for tuning in, y'all. Have a happy new year. And that's all I have for today. Take it easy. I will say I really appreciate everybody who tuned in, and I might just hit the chat with a poll real quick. So let's see. Favorite Atari game. What's your favorite Atari game of all time? Uh, what are some good ones? Pitfall, Space Invaders. What's one more? Yeah, let me know. What's your favorite all-time Atari game? Just going to pick things up and keep the chat going. If anyone's interested in retro gaming, just chime in, man. I just started collecting Atari games a few months back, and I've got about 150, 160 games, and trying to play them all through as much as I can. Not necessarily beat them, because some of them are super hard, but I'm just trying to at least play them all on my live stream. So if you're into retro gaming, you're into live gameplay of retro Atari games, make sure you tune in. And somebody voted Pitfall. Yeah, that's a classic game. I think I'm on episode 41 or 42 of my series Retro Replay. And yeah, Brett, I'm still here, man. I don't know. Is the audio working? Let me know if you can hear me. Anyways, Pitfall, Retro Replay number 50. I plan on playing both Pitfall and Pitfall 2, which I don't know if you've ever played that one, but that one's... Pitfall 2 is even tougher than Pitfall 1. But, yeah, there's something about just leaping over those alligators, those little ponds filled with those little dudes. Actually, I might have a couple more... Nah. I just wanted to chat for a minute and see what everybody had going on. I see somebody voted Space Invaders. That's another classic game. I see Brett's in the chat. What's happening, Brett? Welcome. Are you still in there, man? Well, am I finished already? I cleaned up 6 games, and now I just wanted to take a minute and chat with everybody, but... Eating pizza. Yeah, man. We're doing some pizza tomorrow night for New Year's Eve. Yeah, ordering Donato's. Got to order in, ready to go. Hope everybody has a safe and happy New Year. I know for 2026, I plan on grinding out the channel even more, trying to get more retro replay. As you see, I'm always building my collection of retro games. The next retro replay live stream gaming is going to be New Year's Day at 8 p.m. So, yeah, starting it off right, man. The first day of the year, I'm going live. Yeah, I actually have a poll up right now. I made a post in the community section of the YouTube page that shows 3 games. Whichever of those 3 gets the most votes, I'm going to play live on New Year's Day at 8 p.m. So go cast your vote. I see a couple people have already voted, so that's cool. I think the whichever game gets the most votes, I'm going to play live on the first of the year. I'm going to kick it off right. I also shot episode 3 of Hunting for Classics, and episode 2 premieres tomorrow at 8 p.m. So definitely don't miss it. Yeah, that's all I have for now, guys. But I just wanted to, take a second and chop it up. In 2026, you've seen, Brett, if anybody else has been watching, we're on this journey to 500 subscribers, and right now we're close to 450, and as soon as we get 500 subscribers, then we get to work up the super chat and the membership and such, and then from there, our next milestone will be 1,000 subscribers, so we got a lot of big plans for prizes, merchandise, and products, as well as new content, new series, original, produced content, as well as new live streams. Yeah, but one thing at a time, man. We're just kicking off the new year, going into 2026 with this new channel. a new focus, and ready to have some fun.